Okay.
And we are live and in color again. Welcome, y'all to episode 37 of the Be Ready Sports podcast. And we are live. As always, we come over here, we give you um, some hot takes of the hot topics that's going around in the sports world. And we also interview some talented guests that we bring on to this. Well, y'all should know by now. We 37 episodes in. Y'all should know how I go. So, as far as talented athletes that we have, today is no different. I got this great young man sitting here on the screen with me, with his nice smiley face. We're excited to have him. Uh, with all elite athletes, they're busy. So we've been trying to book this for a long, long, long time, and we finally
Yeah.
have him on here. Um, in time before he hits the court again today. So that tells you how busy this man is. But without further ado, let me tell you guys who we have to the stage today. We have a young athlete, class of 2032. Balls out legitimately. He currently plays for the CEO basketball team out in California. Um, this man has a love for the game. His passion, no pun intended, but his passion is understated, man. He has a huge passion for this sport, and we have something in common. We are both fans of the Los Angeles Lakers. Only
Yes, sir.
yep, the best squad out there. So he's a name that y'all not need to take action with, follow him, and all that. You're gonna see his name a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. So, without further ado, let me introduce you to the talented, the great, the all the above, Isaac Passion. Welcome to the show, man.
Thank you.
Man, with a name like that, man, it's no doubt that you have the passion for the game.
Yep.
Man, your name is built for stardom, man. So
It's a unique last name, Passion.
it sure is, and you spell with one S, which also makes it unique.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up. So tell everybody a little bit about yourself before we get started.
I'm Isaac Passion. Uh, my hobby other from basketball is like I do other sports. Like I play a little bit of golf. I play football for fun, and I like playing video games.
Like most kids your
Yep.
age. All right, what's your favorite ones?
My favorite video game is probably 2K, NBA 2K. Not really 25 because like I feel like 2K gets worse over the years. But I really enjoyed 2K20 and 2K21, and also play Fortnite.
You got to have 2K24 in your collection, man.
I
Come
have
on.
all the 2Ks, but it's just my favorites are 2K20 and 2K21.
Okay, okay, I hear you. Before they start putting all these extra ridiculous rules in the game, like the playing tournament.
Uh,
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, real quick, let's get into some hot topics here. We do this with every episode. So, unless y'all was under a rock, you know the NBA draft ended.
Yep.
We're not going to talk too much about the second round. Who wants to talk about the second round, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the first round. Um, One of the big things that I want to get know from Isaac is Mr. Passion. What all your passion for the game? No, you like what you see what I did there?
Yep.
What was the biggest surprise that you have out of the draft?
Um, when I was watching the draft, I saw a lot of players weren't happy where they got drafted, like to what team. But I feel like if I made it to the NBA, I would be happy to be on any team because like it's a dream to be in the NBA. So I saw a lot of people like were mad about the team, but like they shouldn't be mad. You should enjoy the moment.
Yeah, that's what you live for. You know, starting at your age or younger, you hope for one day have your name called.
Yeah, for sure. It's most basketball players' dreams.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, all sports, but you know, ours is
Yeah.
basketball. Number one. Number one. So speak. I know you spoke about that. A lot of players get mad about what they, where they went. You know, number one. What do you think about Ace Bailey not taking that flight to Utah?
Um, I think I don't really know because I think Ace Bailey, Utah is a team that has kind of fallen off because they don't really got a lot of good players. So and Ace Bailey's a really talented player, so I feel like he can like shine at Utah because he could be like a star player.
Yeah, and they also got the Florida boy,
Oh
um,
yeah, Walter Clayton Jr.
Walter Clayton. Yeah, out there. So they have a good solid backcourt right there that they just inherited through the draft. You can put Ace Bailey at the two and Walter Clayton at the one,
Well,
and yeah, and just put Jordan Clarkson and all those other guys come off the bench. So that they established themselves a good backcourt. It's just you got to get that man Ace. Got to get that man Ace on board.
yeah, we need him to get going right away because he's like a star that it doesn't wait to build up; he just goes.
Yes, sir. But one thing I want to let's talk about this first. You know, Mount Vernon is a pretty big high school in your state.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
Yeah.
Cause
But first, let's give a shout out to Bleacher Report. I know, we always got to give a shout out to who we acknowledge, who we get these clips, or in this case, just overlay from. Um, but they've had some killer squads before, and they have brought guys in the league that have been on the same team before. But this is the first time ever that four players from one high school been drafted at the same time, all in the lottery. So speaking of Derek Queen, um, what's that boy's name? Con Newell, um,
and
of
then
course.
Cooper Flag.
Cooper Flag, of course, and my man here, who's a dark horse out of the four, which I think he's gonna ball out immediately. What's this boy's name? I had his name on the tip. I'm bad with names, Isaac. But if I remember yours, uh, if I remember yours, that means what?
That I stick out. I'm unique from the other people.
Yes, sir. Um, Asa Newell. So all four of these from Mount Vernon get drafted in the lot in a lottery. Well, first round. So I know you're familiar with Mount Vernon because I guess Mount Vernon Academy because I said it's in your home state.
Yep.
So I think this is pretty awesome and historic.
And
So what do you? So give me and get your takes on this this situation. Who do you think is going to have the breakout year this year?
um, I feel like probably maybe Cooper Flag. A lot of people say like he might be a bust because like of his play style. Because if you watch his college highlights, he gets a lot of like bullying surprisingly because like he goes into the hole a lot. He can shoot, but he gets a lot of like tough layups. But I feel like that's going to be different in the NBA because there's going to be like bigger people and then like
Hmm.
better opponents. So he's gonna have to adjust to that maybe because
That's
it
good.
yeah
No, go ahead, finish. Go ahead, finish.
it's like hard to adjust from because college to NBA is like a big gap. So it's like it's gonna be hard to adjust from.
Do you think his game is built for the NBA style though?
I feel like he could be good because he can shoot, he can drive, and he also plays defense. And there's like not a lot of NBA players nowadays that play defense.
But y'all gonna change that, man. Y'all bring
What
your generation is about to bring the competitiveness back to the league, man.
hopefully
We
that makes the NBA fun to watch with like good defense, diving plays, make it close.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But it's starting. It's starting with the with the next gen starting right now. With these guys, you see how competitive March Madness was. And by the way, Cooper Flag's gonna be wearing 32 and not two.
Yep.
But they're bringing the competitiveness back, as you can see. The ones that have brought the not so much defense back are starting to fade out.
Yeah.
Uh, and we're not going to mention any names, but we're not going to single anybody out. We're just saying it's a generational thing.
Yeah.
Um,
We need them to bring that competitive edge to the NBA again.
and that's what you guys are doing, man. Your generation is doing that. That's what your generation is doing that because you guys are just built that way through AAU, through your school, and of course just going at each other. You know, iron sharpens iron, right?
Definitely.
Okay. So you pick Cooper Flag. I think Ace. I think Ace is going to have a breakout year in Atlanta. Um, Cooper, yeah, he doesn't. To get to your point with Coop, um, he's already in a team that's established. That's established a playoff contender.
Yeah.
So
But the reason is because like bigs, there's a lot of talented bigs. There's like bigger players in the NBA, and then bigs usually some of them have breakup, but it's mostly like Victor Wembanyama. He's like a very tall, but that's kind of like different because he's like training, but bigs because like there's a lot of other big players in the NBA compared to college, like stronger, and then because this we're I feel like we're in a positionless basketball right now because like we have 7'4" people shooting 3 pointers, and it's like
yeah,
very different now. So like if you're like a big, you're gonna have to like be all around.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, they gotta
Yeah,
know how to. They have to be able to put it on the floor based in the past, and they have to have a jump shot nowadays to last.
yeah,
So I get what you're saying. Um, but with Coop, like I was saying, well, with Coop, I don't feel like there's no pressure. I don't feel like there's as much pressure as people are saying.
yeah,
Because he's already in a veteran squad, playoff contending squad. He's you know he just have to relax and play.
yeah. He's like, don't worry about the other people. Just play your game.
Yeah. But the reason why I say Asa, because he's coming into a situation where they're like one or two pieces away, and with his play style along with Trey Young, I think he'll free up Trey Young to do a lot, and and really no pressure. He just go out there and just hoop,
Yeah,
and he just go out. He just gonna go out there and hoop, and I think he's gonna want to have is gonna have that breakout year. He's gonna get the minutes. I don't think he's gonna start right away. I think he's gonna come off the bench
yeah. I
to
feel
be
like
that
that
spark
too.
plug. Yeah, but it won't be. I don't think there's a lot of pressure on him. He's gonna go out there and hoop. And Atlanta's making a lot of moves right now. So, but I am curious to see Derek Queen how he's going to adapt to
Oh
this
yeah, to
NBA
the
style.
Pelicans, the NBA, because Pelicans have a pretty good team right now. with they got Jordan Poole now,
Yeah,
and then
they got younger.
yeah, they have Zion, so they gotta have like younger players. So he's gonna have to like ball out to get some minutes for the Pelicans.
Well, yeah, he's on. In case Zion go, he's coming behind Zion, so he can learn.
Mhm.
And if Zion goes down, they have their insurance policy with Derek Queen.
Mhm.
Just depends on how quick it takes him to adapt to the NBA style. Because he's got to guard the Giannis's of the world. You know,
Yeah,
he's
that's
got to
gonna be
guard Anthony Davis. And then he's got to take it to him. So, so we'll see.
yep. We'll see what happens.
Yes, sir. And we're gonna talk. I've been wanting to talk about that Kobe slander, but let's touch on Ace Bailey real quick. Let me move this ticker off the screen real quick. So we kind of touched on this. We kind of talked about this a little bit, but
Yeah.
let's go into depth on it right now. As it says here, Ace Bailey didn't fly with the rest of the Jazz picks after the draft, with mainly Walter Clayton. So I'm just hoping that this doesn't become a huge distraction.
Hopefully.
And and the Jazz, of course, drafted him, even though he reportedly said he didn't want to play there. So So, and this is the last one of it. It's according to Brian Windhorst, Ace Bailey did not travel with fellow first round draft pick Walter Clayton Jr. to Utah following the NBA draft. Bailey is anticipated to arrive in Salt Lake City by Monday. However, if he fails to appear, it could indicate a potential holdout from the team. So I hope that's not the case,
Hopefully.
because we haven't seen this too much in basketball, but we have seen this in football, but not with rookies.
No, not really.
So I know you talked about this earlier. You said you should just be, happy
Yeah.
to be drafted, and, be
Or
humble and
yeah,
go to your take your pick, right?
you should be happy, but I get where Ace Bailey's going at, but like like you just go with the flow and then you see what happens. If like you don't like the way it turns out, and then you can like do something about it. But you like because maybe it'll go good with Walter Clayton Jr. We'll never know, so we can wait.
But do you think he should just, even though he doesn't want to go there, just be professional? Show up, go through training camp, learn the ropes and
Yeah.
everything. Ball out, and then get your second contract. Go somewhere that you want, or do you think he's right for standing his ground, because he saying that he doesn't want to play there, and hopefully he gets shipped out somewhere else. What do you think?
That's a good question. I don't know, cause if he if he does, he could get to a better team. But if he goes to a better team, he might like not shine right away. And like if he goes to a very talented team, then he might have to like build his way up to the top. But I don't know what he'll do.
I don't know. As a rookie, this is a bold move as a rookie. You haven't dribbled a basketball in this league. You're fifth round. You're fifth round. Wow, you're a number fifth pick. So you're going to be paid 40+ million on your rookie contract. So they're investing a lot in you. I mean, yeah, and I kind of understand where the ownership is coming from too. They're like, look, man, I know you don't want to be here, but we see enough in you to feel like you can improve our roster. So
Yeah.
that's why we taking a chance on you. Or two, they could use that to they could be using him as a piece to booster their roster down the road. So
Mm.
I agree with you at the fact that you go out there and ball out, improve your value.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't be a distraction because you're a young guy. Improve your value, and then hey, who knows? Utah might flip you for some, for somewhere else, and you may go to a preferred destination. But sitting here and just telling them that you're not going to do this, that could hurt you in the long run because
Yeah.
the NBA. These owners will only take so much.
Yes, sir.
'Cause
I agree with that.
you already see what happened with Shador in the NFL.
Oh
So
yeah, I saw that.
yeah, so just so I don't think he's out of the woods anyway. Just because he got picked number 5, you know, you got that guaranteed money, but that don't mean anything. I'm like, all it takes is for the owners to say we're not gonna have this mess in our organization, and if nobody wants you, you're not gonna play, no matter how talented you are.
Yeah, I think he's worrying it too much. You can just like go out there, ball out, and then like maybe see what happens after a season or two, and then you can start
Yeah,
like making moves of like what you want to do.
exactly, man. I love the way your head is at, man. You built for this podcast and stuff, man.
Thank you.
We want to bring you back on here more often. Man. What y'all think, man? Y'all think Isaac is built for these sports topics? Give a 1 for yes or 2 for no. I think he's gonna get a lot of ones, so I think he gonna get a lot of ones. But let's see. Roland says Ace Bailey's already setting a bad precedent, starting out by missing engagements. What do you think about that?
Um, I think. Well, that's my dad, so we kind of have the same thoughts. So, and I think I agree with that because if you're already setting like yeah, it's like you setting bad precedents. You should just go out, play, like I said earlier, and he could be missing out on other opportunities. So yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I like your point. Oh, everybody! I told you, everyone's saying 1. I think you should be on there. They asking about how old you are. Tell them how old you are.
I'm 11 years old.
No, he's not. He's 31.
Well, my
Come on.
basketball knowledge, like I can go old school too, but I'm actually 11.
Yeah, you don't sound like an 11-year-old man. But respect. That's respect. But that's Ace Bailey. But I saved this topic for you because you're a Laker. You're a Laker guy, and I've been wanting to talk. I was going to talk about this yesterday. Oh well, not yesterday, before. But I saved this for you because, like I said, we Lakers,
Of
and I know you. And I know you. I know you know who Kobe Bryant is.
course I do. That's my goat.
So go on. So we've talked about T Max. You know, comments about the ring culture. How he was gonna to if you swap him with Kobe, he feels like he would get a ring. We talked about that on day 1 of the draft. So we talked about that in at nauseum. Um, but this is from Matt Barnes, another fellow Laker and a good friend of Kobe Bryant and everything. And I'll read what he says. He says, "This Kobe slander and disrespect gotta stop. Y'all wasn't talking none of this weird S word while he was here. Coulda, woulda, shoulda." And then,
Yep.
the I don't know what that emoji's called. You gonna have to school me.
That's like the he's like that's the snake because he's like the mama, and then like
I'm talking the one when he breathing smoke out his nose. I don't know what that
I don't know what that is either.
I don't know what that's called, but that's a that's the but I'm this is what I'm gonna say. I'm since I got you on the show, I'm not gonna go at all into it as I normally would if I had my co-host or Bruce on here. I'm gonna try to keep it
Mhm.
age appropriate. I don't want to scare you off. Like, oh my gosh, Coach T's crazy. No, but I'm just gonna like he's the most disrespected star of all time.
Yeah,
Even worse than LeBron James.
yeah. It's like because like even like I see so many videos. It's like Kobe should have 0 rings because he got carried by Shaq, and then he had to have a star behind him. But if you look at most of the all of the championships, like there's always a star right next to him. Like for the Warriors, Steph Curry, he had Klay Thompson, KD, Draymond, and
Hmm.
then this last one with wait who Shea. He had Shea
Shay,
Holmgren. I forgot.
yeah,
It had
Shay.
he had Shea. He had Jalen Williams. So
Yeah, you're right, but you're right. No, ain't no but about it. You're absolutely right. Like everybody, has that co-star and they have that supporting cast around them. But he's always getting disrespected for having Shaq. But let's put them on game real quick, Isaac. Let's put them on game. Shaq has came out and stated that he would not have won any one of those rings without Kobe being Bryant.
mhm
He said he would not have made it to the finals as in Orlando if it wasn't for Penny Hardaway. He told Flash that, hey, if we're going to win this title, they were down 0-2 at this point, mind you. I need you to be you. I can't do this alone.
mhm
So so Flash had to be Flash. So Shaq has always
a
needed
superstar
a
right next to
dominant
him.
perimeter player. And he's also stated that I knew I can come in the league, I can come to training camp out of shape because I had Superman out there with me, that can carry the team until I get back in shape. And third thing is he altered his game and took 3 steps back so Shaq
Mhm.
can Shaq can flourish because he knew he can carry the team and Shaq by himself.
Yeah.
But he knew that he had to keep the big man happy. So he chose, like, listen, this don't sound like a sidekick to me. He chose to take a back seat so Shaq could get his numbers, and he closed the game, and he takes the game home in the fourth quarter. Y'all Google it; those videos are out there from Kobe saying it's out of his own mouth. So that just sounds like a locker room leader to me, not someone that's a sidekick.
Yes, sir. Because you're right, he could do it by himself, but like he wanted to make the team happy, not just Shaq the team too, because they wanted to keep Shaq because it was not about him. It's about winning for Kobe. This is just an example. He said in an interview that he would rather have championships over MVPs because basketball is a team game and that it requires more than one person.
Well, let's not talk. Let's not get him about MVPs. How many MVPs he
Yeah.
should have had, man. I don't like doing hypothetical talk, but but we know.
Yeah.
But we know when the chips came down to the table. There's too many examples out there of Kobe stepping up as a leader. Um,
Hmm.
he got injured in the Indiana series. He was out there playing on one foot. Shaq fouls
Um,
out overtime. His
that was
he,
iconic.
yeah, he came out there and he put the team on his back. He made that one. He made that 1-3 and ran down court. Was like, let his team know, like, relax, I got this. And when I saw that live, I was like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, we got a killer right here. We got a certified killer right here. Um,
I would watch that one overtime because like I'm on a very skilled team, but there are times where like you just need to like go take over the team, take over this game, and just go.
we gonna talk about that later about you later. You're on the show for a reason, Isaac. I know you the truth. I know you the truth. I know you got ice in your veins, man. There's no fear in you, bro. We
Yeah,
already we already know that. That's why you here. Um, but we just gotta let we just gotta clear this air, man. And like I said, I saved this topic for you because I know you're a Laker guy,
yeah,
so you understand, and
yeah.
what is understood don't need to be explained. But I guess we got to explain this because people like Gilbert Arenas, who says Kobe's his guy, continues to slander him every day.
Uh-huh.
So that is ridiculous. Then you got Tracy McGrady,
Yeah. Like
who's
I
Kobe's boy.
I seen this interview of Kobe and T Mac, and they're like getting along. But then when he's not around him, and it's like other people, now you start with the disrespect and stuff. Because I think maybe some of it could be jealousy that they didn't really win a ring, and like Kobe's just winning.
It's like it's a snake, but like the other type of snake, the snake that you want to get stay away from.
Yeah.
But Mike Barnes and Stack, they real ones, man. And Rashad McCants, they all real ones, man. They have never wavered. They have never changed. They never switched up, man. They always, they talked about Kobe when he was here, and they kept the same energy while he was gone. So, do you think it's just a fact of? I'm gonna give you my opinion, but I want to hear yours first. Do you think it's more jealousy that these guys were more talented than him, but he accomplished more and outworked them and did more, and they wish they could be him, or they just giving their true feelings out of how they really felt about him?
Um,
Not that he's not here to defend himself.
I don't know, cause well, I do think Kobe has had. I don't think he Kobe's had a better career than like Tracy McGrady and Gilbert Arenas. So it could be jealousy, cause cause T Mac and he has like two sides, like you said when Kobe was there and he wasn't. So I think it's both, but I think it's a little more jealousy than the yeah.
Real, real talk. And this is, and I'm gonna tell you my opinion on it. I think it's a lot to do with the fact that a lot of these players and the fans of them players hate the fact that he did something that a lot of them didn't do in
Yeah.
their first 5 years. Is three-peat. So they try to diminish it by saying, "Oh, he had Shaq."
And when you look
Um,
at the stats,
and
Kobe still had like it might have not been better than Shaq, but he still had really good stats. And like we said earlier, like Shaq couldn't have done it without Kobe.
exactly. But I'm gonna ask you this. I'm gonna give you some examples, and you tell me is the truth. Because a lot of things they said, a lot of the reason why I said there's a guy that always goes around different shows and calls Kobe's first three rings Robin rings because he had Shaq. So let me ask you this: you put 22-year-old LeBron James with Shaq. Does he get Finals MVP over Shaq in those three peats, or does Shaq still get it?
I, Shaq still gets it.
Okay, you get a 22-year-old Allen Iverson, 5 years. Young Allen Iverson on that same team, and they three-peat. Does Allen Iverson get the MVPs over Shaq, or does Shaq still get them?
I feel like Shaq still gets it. He's like prime Shaq, very dominant, and it's like a young player, so they don't like they don't really think that he deserves it.
Okay, let me give you another example. Um, Let me think of another dog. Um, well, just use Tracy McGrady.
I
Tracy
still think
McGrady out there does. All these guys put up the same numbers Kobe did. They were identical to Shaq's. All their numbers are identical to Shaq's. Do you think he gets Finals MVP over Shaq in those three P, or does Shaq still get the
I feel like Shaq still gets it because like it's like a Shaq, and then
exactly?
it's like a young player versus someone who I think. I think he was in his prime with the Lakers. So someone within his prime compared to a young person, I think they would give it to like Shaq.
So we have a theme here. There's only one player there that we know that. Well, there's only one player that Shaq doesn't get the Finals MVP over as a youngster, but they might split it. Is Michael Jordan, because his first 5 years he was ridiculous. However, and we all seen no, if those two played together, they would be the most dominant duo ever, even bigger than him and Kobe. If those two would have played together, we seen it because well, sorry, this is before your time, Isaac, but you can see the highlights of it. We seen them in the All Star game in the Eastern
Yeah, I
All
saw
Star
that.
every year. They were
That was
destroying.
pretty. It was like dominant. I see a lot of clips of like Jordan and Shaq because they are both very dominant players. And then if you put two very dominant players together, it's like unstoppable.
And that's what the Lakers were.
Hmm.
They were they were they were unstoppable. But him and Jordan would have could destroyed this league, man. It would not have been fair. It would have not have been fair. Like it would have Jordan was destroying you on the from the perimeter in that triangle too, and then Shaq just whew,
And Shaq is just killing everything. Like, if you get in, the paint is like Shaq's home. If you get in it, you're gonna get destroyed.
exactly, exactly. But but the reason, but I'll just use that as an example. I don't think I don't think all of them would have three-peated together anyway, because number one, none of them none of them have the cojones to walk up to Shaq and tell him to get his butt back in shape for us, and you come in shape, we'll be dominant. Only Kobe, only Kobe did that.
Yeah, and
The
and
only
like
no,
and
go
like
ahead.
most leaders, and they would like try to take over the team, but there's not a lot of players to do what Kobe did. He's like, okay, I can take a step back and I can have Shaq be happy so we can keep winning. Like there's not a lot of players that would do that.
Yeah, and when you have a dynamic duo, somebody has to defer. Like the Bulls would not have been successful if Pip wouldn't have deferred.
Hmm.
Like the Lakers would not have been dominant if Kobe didn't defer.
Yeah, because like
Right?
we can't have like two MVPs both trying to like go go go. We gotta have like uh, one has to step back a little bit, so it's the better for the team.
Exactly. Man, I love the head on your shoulders, man. I gotta get your dad props when this show's over. Man, he raising a real one right here. Man,
Thank you.
you my dog right here. You my dog. All right, you my dog
Thank you.
forever. So this is something that Matt Barnes no, this is a post, to like I just said, Stack and Matt Barnes. They never switched up on Kobe. They kept the same energy.
Mhm.
So this is from Olympic Bean. This is actually on Mama Basketball 24 Instagram. If you are a fan of Kobe Bryant, um, this page, I think this is the one that Vanessa runs, I believe, or it could be a spinoff. I gotta double check. But if you check this out, there's a lot of Kobe facts is on this page. A lot of posts. If you're a Kobe fan, check it out. You get a lot of memories, a lot of nostalgia, all that on there. But it says, shout out to these MFers who continue to show Kobe love after his death, unlike other jealous peers.
Mhm.
Like we just said earlier, like this jealousy is getting outrageous, man.
If you
But
like, if you like state an opinion and like you back it up when Kobe's there, and then when he's gone, you have a different opinion, and then you back that up. So it's like what it's like Matt Barnes and snap, I forgot his name.
Um, that's uh, that's that's
I
that's
don't know.
Stack. I
Yeah.
call it that's Stack.
So Matt Barnes and Stag,
That's Stack.
they're like this post says like they're real ones for like staying on one thing, and then like they're like staying with his guy whether he's there or not.
Yep. And they and and these two are all defensive first team players,
Hmm.
and they played against Kobe. I don't think Stack played with Kobe, but I know Matt Barnes had.
Yeah, I know Matt
Like,
Barnes over Kobe went.
Kobe respected the heck out of these two because of why Kobe only recognizes one thing, and what's that, Isaac?
Worth ethic, like hard work, because like I've been seeing a lot of interviews. Is like he watched this one person like go into the gym when he was, because like Kobe would go to the gym a lot, work out. So then when he saw someone else go in there like at a ridiculous time like him, he's like that's respect. So I think Kobe's big on like worth ethic.
Yep, that and going at him,
Yeah.
like not backing down for him, like taking the challenge. Like that's what he respects. He doesn't respect that foolishness.
Mhm.
He doesn't. But one last thing that I will talk about also with those first three peats Lakers is number one. People forget after game one of the Philly series, Allen Iverson went ridiculous
Uh huh.
in that first game. Kobe didn't guard him at all. It was mainly Tyronn Lue and Derek Fisher.
I remember that.
Game
And
games
then
two games two through five. Clutch situations. His main defender was Kobe Bryant, and they didn't win another game in that series.
yeah,
You know that.
Kobe doesn't back down to no challenge. She's like, okay, like let's do this. I got this. I'm gonna do this. And he's like, he's not. He's fearless.
Oh yeah, we saw that in the Boston series.
Mhm.
We saw that in the Boston series in 2010. Um, when it should have been he who should not be named on this show. When it should have been them, it should have been those two going at it. But that's a story
Mhm.
for another day. But this is about Kobe, not that other guy. And then New Jersey just dominated them. But what stood out to me in that second title run when they beat Philly was that San Antonio series when we swept San Antonio. Kobe was phenomenally dominant. He was the more dominant player in that series, the more dominant player. And what stood out to me, I wish I could have put it on here, but couple of reasons I didn't is it was game one to set the tone for the series. Kobe caught the ball on the elbow, got around his defender, and attacked the paint with ferocity. Dunked on Tim Duncan and David Robinson at the same time.
And those are like
Sets the tone.
two defensive player of the year caliber players. And he's like, as it gives me like another example, like the 2008 Olympics when he played against Pau. He's like he set the tone by running through his chest. It's like we're teammates, but I'm gonna do whatever it takes to win.
Yeah, he let you know. Yeah, we teammates, but not today. And that's who Kobe was, man. I wish I would have met him and just to talk to him. But
Mm-hmm.
that's who Kobe was, man. One on one. That is why that's why the Laker greats said he's number one Laker of all time.
Mm-hmm.
They put him over Jerry West. They put him over Magic Johnson. They put him over Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who has way more accolades than all of them combined. He has the most accolades of any player in the league. It's Kareem, and that just says about the respect that they had for Kobe. But you have any other final thoughts to land this plane on this Kobe topic, which was severely overdue?
Um, yeah, it's like people disrespecting him, and a lot of people saying like I have friends at school is like you only think Kobe's the goat because he died. Is like no, it's because I Kobe has like great game. He's an all around player. He has the most hard work out of everyone, and he should not be disrespected no more.
You know, when somebody tells you something like that, Isaac, you just shake your head and walk away. Don't even waste your energy talking to them because it's not even worth it.
Nope,
You know, it's not even worth it. Like you don't talk to people that are that have that type of mindset.
I agree.
So let's get into some of these comments before, and then we'll let everybody know about you. So we got some fire comments today. Uh, your dad says no weakness in his offense and a great defensive player. I think it was 12-time all defense selections, most of any
Hmm.
guard. Kobe.
And in offense, he could score wherever, whenever, and he's just great offense. And like that's on that worth ethic part because not a lot of people are putting that work in for defense. So like that's what separated Kobe from other players.
Exactly. And oh, that's your dad again. You say Kobe is the goat. Um, goats are I don't get in goat debates because goats are subjective.
Uh
But
huh.
we all know who the goat is of the NBA, and I'm not a fan of his. Um, None of those guys at Kobe's age would have stood up to Shaq how Kobe did. LOL, that is true. We
Hmm.
talked about that. Um, let's see, and that's the difference between him and a lot of his
Yeah,
peers. His mentality, right?
that
And
Mamba mentality.
yep, and he proved it.
Hmm.
Like he gets criticized for being down 3-1 to Phoenix. Um, but what they don't say is that was a number 7 seed going up against a 2 seed.
Yeah.
And this is the only knock I have against him is that he kind of lost his cool in that series. Like we saw it, but he made up for it because
Hmm.
he did go to three straight and won two of them.
Yeah.
So he did make up for that. And so did Steph Curry. So y'all don't so there's no Steph Curry slander in here. Yeah, he blew a 3-1 lead, but he made up for it in 2022.
Yeah. And the 2 years after that.
No, that was the last one, 2022. Are you talking about the Olympics?
No, because aren't you talking about the 2016 finals? Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause-
the 2016. Well, I'm not counting the ones he had with KD.
yeah.
I'm not counting those because
Yeah.
even though
Steph Curry did have good stats, but without KD, it was he could have lost because KD separated it.
no, what I was gonna say is um because this is about Kobe, not about that other guy, but that's on our team right now that we need to retire. But he they were even. It was a super team against a super team. If I'm gonna ask you this, if he's that dude, then it's star on star. It's a star on star
Yeah.
matchup. You win your matchup if you're that dude. And he got destroyed. It was 1-on-1.
Hmm.
To me, that should have ended the debate right there. The guy that was considered number 2 to you throughout your whole career destroyed you 2 finals in a row.
Yeah.
Talking about KD to LeBron. Like he was getting whatever shot he wanted, did whatever he wanted, and that was star on star. No excuses.
Hmm.
That's but you can tell me if I'm wrong.
No, I think I agree with you. And if he did have Steph Curry and other things, but it's not like LeBron had trash players. He had some solid players on his team, so he couldn't be just stars like a lot of stars. His
Exactly.
star is star.
Whew, I know this Kobe topic was gonna hit. Man, we can talk. I can tell we can talk Kobe all day long, man. I
Yes,
know we
sir.
can talk Kobe all day long. But I gotta pivot to you because this is your show and it's about you and letting everybody know about you, promoting you, and all that good stuff. So you ready to start your Q&A, Isaac?
Uh
Show them why you got the passion for the game, Mr. Passion. I did it again.
huh.
All right. So first question I'm going to ask you: what do you prefer, offense or defense?
Defense. I play.
Defense.
I feel I play really good defense. Um, it's not like offense is bad, but it's like if you defense like gets you pumped, and then offense will come, but like defense like it just takes effort.
Yeah. And well,
Shots will fall.
I was going to ask you why did you choose defense, but you kind of answered it.
Yeah.
My man, my man. Okay, so it says here in your bio that your passion for the game is evident in your relentless work ethic. So tell us a little bit about your work ethic. Like how often do you train during the week?
Um, the train like I know a lot of it is skills, but I also do other things. Like I try to work out. I train my legs. I'm pretty fast because it's more to basketball than just skill. It's like mentality, worth ethic, and I feel like I train a lot and I do whatever I can to be, the best basketball player I could be.
I love it. I love it, man. That's what's up. So if there's anything in your game that you feel like you can improve on, what is it and why?
Um, maybe uh attacking more on offense because I get my shots up, but I'm kind of like a pass first guy. I'm like very unselfish. Maybe I could like attack a little more, get to the rim, and like do what I do.
Hmm? See, I like that because see, most players struggle with that answer, because they don't know what they're what they feel like they need to work on. A lot of them don't. They have no clue. They only take what their trainer tells them. But if you as a player understands what you need to work on, you'll put you ahead of your peers because
Hmm.
you're going to get better at that while they're trying to figure it out. So that is a good problem to have. Being unselfish is very good. You'll learn as you get older, the more you play, to get that
Yeah.
balance of when to dish and when it gets yours. So salute to you. Oh, we got a fire comment right here. We got another question from the chat. Somebody asked, "Where does this kid hoop?"
Uh, I hoop in California. I hoop. I actually hoop everywhere because I'm on a travel ball team. So like we play in a lot of national tournaments, but yeah, I mostly hoop in California.
You definitely gotta let me know when you're pulling up to Florida, so I can pull up. So I
Yep,
can pull up, man. I gotta see you, and you got an older brother that hoops too, so I gotta see you and your brother.
yep. But I feel like I'm better than my brother.
Oh, we're not about to do. It's about you,
I'm
man.
not
It's
gonna
not.
do that
We're not
though.
gonna. Yeah,
But
them sibling shows get very competitive, boy.
yep, like we have games. It's like run it back. So,
So I'm not gonna ask you who cooks who. So I'm gonna leave that alone. Um, let's see. Well, it's your dad again. He said I can definitely agree. Not just as his dad, but he has that DOGGG on defense. Oh, he is a dog on defense. 94 feet of terror. But they're actually the course he's playing on is not actually 94 feet, but I understand.
yeah.
Only the NBA. But no, let me stop being technical. So that's going to take you in a long way as well. being that terror on defense.
Yeah, because like we said, is like our generation is going to be the one that brings that competitive edge back to basketball, not just in the NBA, just basketball in general.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. I like where your head's at. I'm doing a Carmelo for you. I like where your
Yes,
head's
sir.
at. All right, all right. So it says so the team that you're currently playing on, you're the CEO. We all know what CEO means in the real world. That means you the top. You the top. So,
Yeah.
but what does CEO mean for your basketball
Um, First of all, shout out to CEO, my teammates, my coaches. But CEO stands for California Elite Organization, because we're an elite California team.
team? Okay. And what big tournaments have you guys played in so far this year?
We played and we've been playing in Maine hoops.
Made
We played,
hoops
yeah,
on the
we
made
played,
hoop circuit.
yeah,
Okay.
and we do 3SSB, which is an Adidas circuit. And then like we have like a lot of national tournaments. Like this weekend is a national tournament with like all the best teams out there. So that should be it. That should be as exciting.
Okay, so let me ask you this, man. This is gonna strike a nerve because everybody is biased with this question. But where has your best competition been on the East Coast, West Coast, or the Midwest?
Uh, well, I'm not great on my geography, so like there's like good teams like
All
in
right, let
like
me let me help you out before you answer. Let me help you out. East Coast is Florida, the Carolinas, New York, Virginia.
I think
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's West Coast because like Vegas, there's Arizona teams that are pretty tough. Like Vegas, Arizona, so and then California has some great teams.
Okay. I'm not mad at that answer. I'm not mad at that answer. Not mad at that answer at all. I'm born and raised from Cali, but I kind of relocated to the other side of the globe, over here in Florida. But born and raised out there in Cali, so I know how the competition is out there. It's pretty stiff. It's pretty
Seems like
stiff. So we talked about you being a Laker fan. So how long have you? What got you to become the fan of the greatest organization that ever lived?
well, this is just a part of it, but my dad has Laker season tickets,
Shout out
and
to shout out to Dad, my dude, man.
yeah, I know he's watching. So shout out to my dad. And like I had a lot of like when I was young, he took me to a lot of Laker games. So then like it just had me fell in love with the Lakers. But then when I really started like paying attention to the Lakers and like became a ride or die is 2020, that one season, because I went to one of the games and then I was just enjoying it so much. Um, and then ever since I've been a Laker fan. And then to make even better, they won the chip, which is and don't a lot of people call it Mickey Mouse bubble, but like it's hard like not seeing your family for a long time and then be able to go out, play, ball out. So I think that was a great season for the Lakers.
Yep, 2020, and we have won every title in every decade. So I mean, ask you this: What is the biggest motivator for you to succeed on the basketball court? Like,
Um,
what get what gets you up in the morning to every day to pick up that basketball and go to work?
it's like my motivation is like my confidence and like knowing that like I have a chance, I can make it. I just gotta keep working hard. So like I can make it like pro. So I gotta keep working hard and just keep doing what I do.
Okay, and let me show you this right here. You see that?
Yep, every decade.
Who has a title in almost every decade except for two?
The Lakers.
Mm-hmm. Man, the greatest franchise ever.
Hmm.
The greatest franchise ever. So, what has been your biggest accomplishment so far in basketball?
Um, Probably getting invited to a lot of camps or like having a lot of teams asking me to play. Uh, it's like probably my biggest accomplishment because like uh, a lot of people like they like saying like I play the game right and like yeah, this basically having a lot of people recognizing me.
That's that's
That
what's up.
that feels good.
Yes, sir. That recognition is top notch, man. It's always good to have that recognition.
Uh huh.
Always,
Yes, sir.
always. Now, this is a question that my co-host always asks, and I'm gonna try to do him justice with, but he's not. Even though he's not here, I'm gonna try to do him justice with this question. So, um, how do you like if you're in the game in a no? I'm ask this question. What is one motivation quote or something that the coach has told you that has stuck to you still to this day?
Um, Probably one of my coaches. He says with hard work and dedication, you can go anywhere. Cause I feel like that sticks with me for a long time. Cause like if you keep working hard, stay dedicated, like you can do a lot of things. You, with the work ethic, hard work, and dedication.
And give that man a shout out, man. He deserves a shout out for telling you that, man. That is some gold right there. Give that coach a shout out.
Shout out Coach Kenny.
Shout out to
Um,
coach. Shout out to Coach Kenny, man. You're a real one for putting that in and instilling that in my man's head, man. Look, it got him on the Be Ready Sports podcast.
mhm.
Um, so all right, last question. Last question. Then we get into the favorite part of the show, the show and tell that everybody loves. Woo!
I'm excited.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So when you're on the court and you get into situations where you were a little nervous, okay, how do you get yourself through that?
Um, Probably like, well, you should believe that you're like the greatest play. You're like the best player in the court. It's like it's good to be humble, but you also have to have that mentality. So it's like whenever I'm in those nervous moments, I'm just like saying in my head like I'm the best player out here. Like I do what I need to do, and then I should be fine.
Man, I love that. Heck yeah, man, have that mama mentality. Like I'm the best.
Yep.
I
Yes,
don't
sir.
care. I don't care if you rank higher than me, you got more skills than me. I'm the best player on here.
Yes, sir.
And you gotta then you roll. That's when you roll up those shorts, get down in your stance, and be like, line up, knuckle up. Let's see what you got. Show me that you better than me. So I love that mentality, man.
Sure.
I love that mentality. I love that mentality. Okay, I did say that was the last question, but this is a question. Another question that my co-host always asks. Like, what do you do to prepare yourself for a game?
Well, I give some probably. I try to listen to music to get me pumped up. That's definitely a factor. And then like is imagining in my head is like you're good. You just need to stick, play hard, do what you do, and then you should have a good game.
That's what's up. So now we're gonna get now. Well, that's the Q&A. Man, you deserve another one of these.
Mhm.
Oh, it recycles itself. I got to get that down pat. But man, that was a heck of a Q&A so far, and great job on the topics, man. Everybody feels like, man, I should bring you back on here to do more. So
Yes, sir.
yeah, you got nothing but ones up in here earlier. But let's do the show and tell. We're gonna get this real quick because I know you got business to handle later. So I don't know if you have any rings or trophies you want to show.
Um, I do, but I need to go get them. If I have a couple of rings, but they're upstairs, so I don't have them right now.
Okay, we should have got that before the show. I know
Yeah.
I should have, but you know what happened before the show. It's my fault.
Yeah. I
But
have a lot. I have a lot of trophies, a couple of rings, a
all right,
couple of plaques.
we'll do a part two, then you can show your trophies then.
Uh
How's
huh.
that sound?
Sounds
All
good.
right. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show some photos here. Um, that's what we call the show and tell. And then you tell us about where this photo was taken and give us a story about it behind it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So let's start with the first one with Mr. CEO.
Oh, that was at OGP Anaheim, where I played against my former team, and then I just scored like a kind of clutch three, and then because like everyone was talking like he's only good because of his team. So I made that three. I'm like shaking their head. I'm like shaking my head because like no, it's not because of my team. I ball out.
Is that why you made that face right here?
Yeah.
That's why I had to show you this one first. Um, and this is also on the thumbnail of the video too. So
Uh-huh.
they're gonna see this forever. This picture forever. So y'all stop sleeping on my boy. Like he had to let y'all know, like man, and your former team should have known,
They should have.
man. Don't ever disrespect my man like that.
Oh, and I have a couple of my rings right here.
Okay,
Some of this
let me put you back on the main screen.
right here.
Bam!
Actually,
Where'd you get
I
that
got,
one from?
I got this. It was I was playing against like a team. There's always like a dog fight when I was younger, and then we came up top because like we kept playing hard, and they thought they were gonna beat us, but we proved them wrong. And then this one was from another tournament. It wasn't really a big one, but we won. We got the ring, and it was still a good game, great tournament. And then
Sure.
this was one we played up. We played up to 12U this tournament, and we came up top despite the size difference. So this is pretty good.
Yeah, playing getting those is special. At least when you're playing up, yeah.
Uh huh.
And you got a lanyard around it so you can put that ring around your neck.
Uh huh.
My man, put that thing around your neck. Keep it on there for the rest of the episode. So you show them, so you can show them throughout the episode. Like, bam, this is what it is.
Sure.
All right, don't drop your rings now.
Hopefully not.
All right, let's get into the next one. Um,
So that was at Vegas. Uh, that was actually for a third place game. That's why I look so serious, because I was mad that we lost the game. I was just shooting free throw. We ended up winning the game, but we didn't come out first place. But that's still a pretty good picture.
yeah. Well, who's more deadly, curly haired Isaac or straight haired Isaac?
Oh, definitely curly hair. But I cut it because it's like summer and I don't want to have curly hair on like 105 degrees weather.
Oh yeah, it gets hot out there, boy.
Mhm.
Yeah, and there's nothing like desert heat. Well,
Mhm.
California heat.
Sure.
There's nothing.
For sure.
Cal- California, Vegas, Arizona heat. It's a whole nother level.
Mhm.
All right,
Um,
so
that was also in Vegas. Like everyone, they always say like he's not good. Pressure him, because like I'm a short kid who doesn't look very good. And then when I just bust them, I'm like, okay, like what are you gonna say now?
oh, I got another sound bite for you. That's when you give them. Yeah, I let them know.
For
Right?
sure.
Don't
That's
judge
it.
fights cover. Don't underestimate a player, man. Man, I give all your opponents their respect. 'Cause
Yes.
you give a great player fuel, man. They're gonna destroy you. First,
Mhm.
they're gonna destroy you before they came into the game. So,
Uh,
so is this an and one? Did he
uh,
stop you, or was it just a regular lay?
I don't know. I don't really remember.
It wasn't. Wow, it wasn't even. See, he forgot all about it. He cooked them and then forgot all about it. That's like another day in the office.
Yep.
All right, there you go again.
That was um that was the same game as when I was shooting the free throw. And I'm like just out there. That's why I'm so serious because we just lost, and I was still a little sour, but I played good that game. I'm like still like it doesn't matter no matter what. I'm gonna just try to win every game. Like I'm trying to let that game in the past and move on. Beat them. Try to beat them next time.
That's where you gotta be.
Yeah.
That's the way you gotta be.
Yes, sir.
And last but not least,
Oh, that was like when I had braids. Like I was popping off. So I was just giving them a little stare down.
my man put the braids in there and was like, "Oh, it's over."
Yep.
You remember who you was playing?
Um yeah, we were playing I forgot the name. They were from out of town. They were from like I think it was Utah.
Oh, okay,
So yeah.
okay. They got some good teams up there too.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to think. I can't think of the kid's name. I'll see if you played against them. I can't remember the kid's name right now. Chris said those jerseys was tough.
Shout out Chris.
Oh, and you have a question here from Erica Chang. You can go ahead and read that.
What motivates you to be the GOAT? Um what motivates me is probably like my confidence, my family, because my like it would be good for me and my family. So I'm like keep going. So yeah, I have a good me and my family have a good life because basketball can really change your life.
Man, you built for those you built for the camera and built for those interviews with these answers, man.
Yes, sir.
You ready? You ready? All right. Before we get into the second half of the show and tell, which will show some footage right here that we have of you. Um, I always ask everyone this. Every kid that I bring on here. Um, are you a shoe head?
Yes. I'm a big. I have Jordans. I have like Travis Scott's, but I'm more big on like Kobe's. Like I had the Dodger Kobe's, the Grinches, reverse Grinches. Got Kobe eights, Kobe fives. So I'm a big sneakerhead.
Gotta be. But I gotta
Hmm.
ask you, man, when you go into a big tournament like you're doing tonight, What are the three? What is your top three that you got to have in that bag, man?
Probably the Kobe 8 what does
Okay.
the Dodger Kobe's and the both Grinches and reverse Grinches. It don't matter. You can
Yes,
never go
sir.
wrong with the Grinches.
You're right. Can't. You can't. Well, I coach now. I don't play no more, so I don't have no. I'm not a huge sneakerhead, but y'all keep me on. But y'all keep me on point if I just ever decide to start my collection again. Y'all keep me on point. I just gotta do is replay these videos and be like, okay, Isaac said, yeah, get these Kobe Grinches. Boom, got them. All right. But real quick before we get into your video, I want to ask you this quick question as a Laker, and your dad can answer it too. Um, what do you think about our new owner?
Of the Dodger owner?
Yes,
Well, for first of all, they probably know how to own a team since they own the Dodgers. So they'll probably
world champion,
world champion.
L.A. Dodgers.
Yep, and but it's like hard because like the Bus family has been part of the Lakers organization for a long time. It kind of just runs in the family, so like that could be a little sad, but it's still exciting to have the Lakers new owner like know how to run the team, know how to run the team.
Isaac, Iceman, IP. He all about winning, man. That's all what we built on. Do I gotta put this? Did I gotta put this back up here to show you again to remind you? Let me. I gotta put this back up here to remind you, brother, that we all about winning, and our new owner is all about winning.
Yes, sir. You got to keep the streak going for another decade, though.
Yep, and we got to get ahead of Boston again, man.
Yep.
I'm tired of hearing them brag about. We got. Oops, I'm clicking the wrong thing. We got the most championship. We got 18. Young hush.
But most of their championships were like the '60s, like against plumbers and stuff.
Hey, I'm not gonna disrespect that. I'm not gonna
I'm
disrespect
not
that
gonna
era.
disrespect like Jerry West though, and like them, but the '60s though is like is where he got most of their championships. Like as the game evolved, they started winning less.
Because the Lakers start taking over.
Yeah.
Um, I got a quick comment here. Oh, he was answering the question about we're thinking about the new owner. He said, "Oh, you want to read it for your dad's comment?"
Oh yeah, I think it'll open up the wallet to get players. Probably the reason why AR is holding out. LOL.
Yeah, he did decline his
Yeah,
player
he
option.
did find it.
Yeah,
But
he did.
hopefully he plays for the Lakers. I love AR. Um,
He better
yeah,
start playing. He better start playing some defense.
pro- yeah, him and Luca. Because I was watching the playoffs, they were not playing defense.
I don't even want to talk about the playoffs. That had me so mad.
Yeah,
Let Anthony Edwards walk around L.A. talking about Lakers in five, Lakers in five.
yeah. Like
Well,
it's like he's playing. It's like a young team playing against a bunch of veterans. Like,
we can't have that again.
nope, we gotta win another.
All right. So you ready for for your footage?
Uh huh.
We've been telling everybody how good you are. We've been showing pictures. We show them your rings and everything, but they need to see you in action, right?
Yep, for sure.
Well, this clip is about a minute and 23 seconds long, so we'll give your thoughts about it after we finish playing. So let's be excited, man. I'm excited, man. We get to see. We get to show everybody. We get to show everybody what we've been talking about for the last hour and a half. He's like, I've been on there that long? I didn't know.
Let's
All right,
get
now
it.
let's get it. Let's get it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was my man in action right then and there. Number one. I saw that you got a strap,
Mhm.
like a chin strap. Just it's like a chin strap. Stay secure. Man, you fast as heck, man. I seen like you was
Yeah,
a
that's like
blur. You got to that 3 point line. It was like, phew.
that's like a big part of my game is I can get by everyone. I have good handles, but like I can also use my speed. It's the big factor of my game. My speed, because it's good to be fast. You can get places, recover. So yeah,
Yes,
it's always
sir.
good.
And shout out to your man Carson out there. I didn't know that boy was that dang on tall. Sheesh. Is he like 6 feet tall already?
He's like 5'6", 5'7" now. He's pretty tall.
Man, that boy's gonna be a giant.
Mhm.
Shout out to your boy Carson.
Shout out to my boy Carson and all my other teammates.
Yes, yes, sir. So, man, I would love to watch that video again, but I do it on my own time. Because I don't want to keep you too long. You gotta get ready to
Yeah,
handle your business real soon. Um, but before we close this out, I know, boo, boo, because they want to see you for another 45 minutes, but we can't do that. We got business to handle. But this is a question I also another question that I ask all the players that come on here, regardless of sport. Like everybody has this specific number that they choose, and there's usually a story behind it. But we
yeah.
see that your number is three. But what's the story behind choosing number three?
So I guess a little bit is that um it was my brother's old number and like when he first started playing, and then also AD. But it was mostly because my dad he wanted all of our numbers to be like my oldest brother one, my middle two, and like me three because I'm the third child. But them two they didn't really want to do it. I'm like I'll do it. Like it's I do number three. I rock number three. Three is a really good number. A lot of good players wear it. So that's like the story behind why I wear number three.
Yeah, Allen Iverson, Chris Paul, Anthony Davis, to name a few. So we can go on and on and on and on.
Hmm.
But also for that shot that you hit 3 pointer, you can just make the shot and point to your number. Like hit that three and point to your number.
Yeah.
Let them know, like, yeah. See, Dad, when he does that in the game from now on, he's giving tribute to the Be Ready Sports podcast. Nah, for sure. No, for sure, for sure, for sure. So we definitely gonna have to bring you back on here.
Yeah.
Again,
Sure.
we gonna have to do a part two. Because we still have a lot to talk about with you, but we short on time because you got big things to do tonight.
Sure.
So, but before I let you go, we got a couple little announcements that we want to say. Because normally around this time we'll take calls from the audience, um, but can't. But you know, because of what you got, because your nationals start tonight.
I got
So
business to handle.
yeah, you got business to handle. And Carson will be mad if you're late. He'll be like, "Where you at?" I was like, "Hey, Coach T had me on the pod, man." He was like, "Dang, then he gonna be messaging me in the chat like, dude, let him go." But make sure you guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It's it takes you a hot second and it doesn't cost you anything. Just hit that subscribe channel, and just like my co-host say, make sure you click that bell so you know every time that we're online. Like this video, so it'll tell YouTube that you love it, and they'll push it, and they'll push this video out, so more people can see your man, my man Isaac. And also to help it, you can also share it. Come on,
So,
people, see my man Isaac. The main thing. And also, if you want to also donate to the channel, it's going across the screen. Actually, there it is right there. You can donate to Cash App, which is $ Coach AKA Academy. Our proceeds go to the show. And I want to give this shout out to previous guests. If you go to episode 2, you'll see my man Jace. They're actually playing in Vegas in July. So he plays for Fadeaway. So you might see him
yeah, we'll see.
if you guys play Fadeaway. They're out of San Antonio. There'll be a good run for you. Um, but this is to help them get there. This is they're doing a fundraiser. Well, let me put the thing up on the screen. And if you ever get any fundraisers going on, Isaac, let me know so I can do this for you too.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So this is just Fill My Ball fundraiser. You just pick a basketball and then you donate it to Jace, which is a Cash App, $AGV 8523 on Cash App and Venmo for my man Jace. And if you watched episode 35, where did I, hold on, let me get myself together. And if you watched episode 35, I still need samples, my man T2. Another Cali boy. He's a football player. Episode 35, check him out. But he has his Silent Fear clothing line. So you want to place your orders or go online to check it out. Go to silentfear.online to check those out. Now, Isaac, do you want to give any final shout outs
Um,
before you head out?
Thank you, my family, my coaches, my teammates, and thank you for having me on here.
For sure. Like I said, we're gonna do this again. Um, I know you got to go, but when we leave, don't leave right away because we're gonna do our wrap up
Okay.
real quick and tell everybody where they can find you on Instagram.
You can find me on Isaac_Passion_3_8.
On Instagram, right?
Yeah, on Instagram.
And if y'all forget, it's in the description of the video. Now, we don't just click. We don't just sign off and just say bye. Okay. Do you know what our slogan is?
I don't really know the slogan.
It's right there on our YouTube page and it's right there on our Instagram. Be ready, stay ready.
Okay.
Be
Yes,
ready,
sir.
stay ready.
Stay ready
So what we're gonna do is normally Carlos does this, but I'm gonna count us out and I'm gonna say to be ready, and you say what?
to stay ready.
My man, my man. Like I said, don't go nowhere. We're gonna do the wrap up real quick, and then get ready and head to your game. All right, 3, 2, 1. To be ready,
Stay ready.
and yes, sir. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Support my man Isaac. To find him, the Instagram is on the screen.